asked my grandmother who the girl in the photo was, and she said, "It was your grandfather's true love," and then she left the room. My name is Sarah Wildman, and I've written a book called Paper Love, searching for the girl my grandfather left behind. I came across a collection of letters in a file box labeled Patient Correspondence, A through G. My grandfather had been a doctor, but the box didn't contain letters from patients. It was hundreds and hundreds of letters from his entire exploded Viennese world and dozens from this girl. I went from archive to archive, looking for all the pieces that would allow me to recreate her life and where it intersected with my grandfather's as well. Valerie Sheftel, was a student at the University of Vienna Medical School. She had come from Czechoslovakia alone to study. Vali was one of the last Jews to receive a diploma from the University of Vienna Medical School. 4 days after she received it, Anschluss happened and Jews were expelled. So this is in my grandfather's apartment on Ruppgasse in Leopoldstadt. They are taking a photograph of each other into the mirror. In this picture, Vali is, I believe, in the Vienna woods, which is at the edge of Vienna and where they often like to walk. And at one point she says, "Do you remember the birch trees in the Vienna woods?" And as 39 turns to 40, she's no longer allowed to buy clothes. And then by 41, she's no longer allowed to resole her shoes. And by 42, or the winter of 41, I think, she is no longer allowed to have any warm clothing. And all throughout, they're also being stripped of everything they're allowed to eat. So they lose the right to eat meat and legumes and eggs. And at the same time, she's writing him these letters. "Do you remember when we sang Solveig's song from Peer Gynt to each other? I sing it and I think of you." And I think it's about this memory of freedom. I think she does love him, but it's also a way of not experiencing this horror that's taking place. And it's even before the horror of camps. It's a horror of being fully taken away from your society. As a child, I had always felt that my grandfather escaped very cleanly. He took with him his mother, his sister, his brother-in-law, his nephew, but I didn't think about the fact that his entire world had sealed up behind him and that he had lost everyone. He had lost schoolmates and he had lost actually half-brothers and their children. He had lost this girl who had been the love of the entire 1930s. And in fact, escape wasn't necessarily happy, and nor was it necessarily an ending to a story. It was just a new one.